1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 prestav ima novi samodejni menjalnik v prenovljeni Oplovi Astri. Ampak, ker si predstavljate, da bi morali teh 9 prestav predstavljati na roke, da bi morali ves čas ugibati, katera je tista najbolj optimalna prestava, v katerem se motor najmanj matra, kot rečemo. Zakaj ne bi teh odločitev prepustili elektroniki, ki lahko računa mnogo hitreje, kot moramo to peš? In pri Oplu so naredili dejansko prav to.
There's a lot of electronic controls now on the transmissions to really try to project what the customer wants as a behavior from the transmission. There's a good feedback from our sensors to the powertrain controller, where you know which kind of road load you have, how much energy you need for a certain speed. The pedal feedback, of course, electronically from the driver.
No, ta pametni 9-stopenjski samodejni menjalnik je nastal tukaj za mano v tovarni menjalnikov sredi Risselsheima pri Frankfurtu, je namenjen dizelsko gnanim Astram. Za takšno 1,4 litrsko turbobencinsko Astro pa so tukaj pripravili verjetno še veliko večjo mojstrovino. CVT menjalnik nove dobe, se pravi brezstopenjski oziroma neskončno stopenjski samodejni menjalnik, za katerega lahko rečemo, da je resnično takšen, kot ga še ni bilo.
There is no steps, it's smooth, it's very nice to drive into the city, into stop and start, in traffic jams, but also going up the hill, there is no steps. Unless you press really the pedal very hard and then you get into a step modus that's just from the computer to have a feeling that the customer knows. And we can do this because we have a complete development, a new 1.4 3-cylinder gasoline engine with this stepless transmissions. And the engine itself has a very wide map of good efficiency. In the past, when we had natural aspirated engines, there was only a single point in the engine map which was the best. And now on this new turbo engine we developed, you have a very wide speed and load range where you have the minimum fuel consumption. So you can move up in speed and make the stepless transmission simulate some steps at higher loads, because that's what the customer expects versus the city driving where you don't want any disturbance from the transmissions.
Ampak vseh teh pametnih menjalnikov novo Oplovo Astro niso vgradili zgolj zaradi višjega udobja v vožnji. Šlo je za eko izziv, ki so ga seveda vsaj malo spodbudili tudi bruseljski parlamentarci.
We've chosen to go to only 3-cylinder engines. We took the old generation and looked at every part and changed everything to be more efficient. We actually reduced the number of screws by 100 on the engine to make it more simple, but also more efficient. And then we did reduction in friction, for example, on the engine, an improved combustion system. We went to a longer stroke engine. So there's many small details that led to this big number of 21%. So that's on one side is the emission side, which for us is a challenge, but we managed already ahead in time to have Euro 60 certification. The other big challenge is the efficiency that from legislation in Europe we need to meet, right? The 95 grams for the overall fleet of the industry, that's a big challenge. And then if you don't meet it, you have to pay fines. And for us, it was very clear we will never pay fines. We will put more work and efficiency into the cars. And the Astra is our second best-selling car. So for the Astra, this makes a big impact if we there do a big reduction in CO2. So Opel will not pay any fines. We will manage to meet that very aggressive target. So much comes from the engine, but also we save another % from LED lighting or from an improved brake system.
In ta zavorni procent izboljšave učinkovitosti Astre izhaja iz rešitve, sprva namenjene zgolj električnim avtomobilom.
On conventional cars in the past, we used vacuum from the engine to supply support, so the brake assist, right? When you brake, that there's some assistance. And this is using energy of the engine, and you only use it at a certain time. So we come up with a new system that calls eBoost, where we use electronics to give and electric support for the brakes. So this gives you actually a much more precise and faster brake feel. And on the other side, it doesn't use any energy from the engines. Where you don't have an engine, like on our e-Corsa, for example, you need such a system to brake. And therefore, we also figured this is good for our conventional cars as we need less energy from the engine itself. It's a new technology that we introduce. I think the others will follow. This is a good logical step as refinement of your car.
Pa še en tehnični podatek je zanimiv pri novi Oplovi Astri, in to je količnik zračnega upora. 0,26 meri, kar je za 0,3 točke boljše kot prej. Kako so to dosegli?
Opel has a long history of good aerodynamics, right? We have very good engineers. We have our setup for testing. Think about the Calibra, right? Which was best in its class for many, many years. And we used those engineers in Rüsselsheim to really fine-tune the car. It was already good, but we found more potential. Some of that you don't even see. It's underneath the car, so the ground of the car is much flatter and gives a much better guidance to the air, for example. Then we have in the front, we have the radiator where you have to have air going through to cool the engine, but not all the time. So we have kind of aero shutters that close this, and by that you have a much better aerodynamic in most of the cases. But if it's 45 degrees, you open them up outside and then you still have enough cooling for your engine. So very smart solution to improving an existing system.
No, če je Astra drugi najpomembnejši Opel, pa je Corsa prvi. Kmalu prihaja nova, tudi v električni verziji. V času našega tokratnega obiska pa je Opel na svojem domačem dvorišču gostil karavano starodobnikov s precej zanimivimi primerki. Preverite. In če vam naši videi ustrezajo, vas vabimo, da se naročite na naš kanal. Naj vam strežemo z avtovidei še naprej.